Alright, so I just wanted to make a quick little video. Honestly, this is just a comparison for myself, I think, to see if deep space strats, which deep space strats are actually profitable. So, the first one is that I wanted to really try out is if I were to do a high investment cube setup, right? So what I mean by high investment is, we're just using both of the cube compasses, and these are pretty expensive, so 28 FE, 10 FE. Yeah, so you are adding a substantial amount of cost to your maps. So I'm just gonna immediately bring up the spreadsheet so we don't waste any time. So I did a bunch of maps. So I did 30 maps just as a quick test because if this was unprofitable, I wouldn't want to spend more FE to do like 70 maps, for example. Right? Okay, so just from these 30 maps, surprisingly, we are in profit of like 266 FE over 30 maps, which is not too bad because each map doesn't take a long time to run because you're essentially just killing all the mobs and then roll the cube at the end. Zero brain involved, zero menus, you don't need to think about anything at all, so that's really not too bad. And things that are included are things that can be liquidated very, very easily. So if you were to look at the pure, or the things that give the most profit, okay, is, you do have a bunch of raw FE. Not that high, to be honest. Sacred Fossils, a lot. I'm not sure if this is a lucky drop, because the incarnations do have additional drop quantity from the tree itself. So yeah, probably have to do more maps to see how consistent this actually is. Yeah, and then in terms of the cube drops itself, so let's say legendary wedges, you got 14 of them. This can appear as a rare reward in in the cube itself. So it drops in stacks of 3, can drop in stacks of 1. So every time you get it in the cube, it gets duplicated. So this is fairly consistent, or as consistent as it can get from this small sample size. Okay, Divinity Stones, we got about 400 FE worth, and we only got 3 Desire Cores. So it is about 1 every 10 maps, which is kind of on the low side, to be honest. Okay, but as you can see, this is really quite a, how to say, conservative estimate, I guess, right? We are only choosing things which are like either raw FE or can be liquidated very, very easily. Okay, so on to the corners, right? Out of 30 maps, I dropped a singular corner, which is this one here, right? Which maybe could be worth some money, maybe, right? This has a CDR on the bottom, which is not good because it's dead for copying. So maybe this, I put it at like 200 just to be safe, so, or 250. No, yeah, 250. So this is with the corner that dropped, and of course this is a extremely gambly mechanic, right? If you were to drop a corner that's worth like, let's say 2,000, right? Then suddenly this profit will become like 6,000 FE or like 8,000 FE, you know? So I guess since you are not actually losing money on average, right? You are in a profit range. I would say the cube is actually pretty decent, surprisingly, right? I was not expecting this result at all. So, yep, if you want to farm cube, it seems like it's pretty decent. Okay, and this is actually my normal, mapping strat, I guess, for deep space. Again, zero brain. I'm just running map with like normal mobs, magic mobs, rare mob compass. Super, super cheap, right? It's like 3 FE per map. And I was making about 4,000 FE over 50 maps, which only took me about an hour and a half to run. So, this is definitely lower in terms of my raw profit. I would say it's about the same amount of time if I were to do 50 maps. So, but you do have the chance to get some really big corners potentially. But the thing is, it takes so long for you to drop one corner that I am really not very sure if it is that great overall. But yep, okay. I'm just contributing to, I don't know, the Torchlight content that is available on YouTube. So hopefully this helps. And yep, I'll probably release something for machines next because it has been pretty profitable when I was farming it last week. So I'm gonna try that again. Okay, I think that's all I have. Alright, thank you for watching my puddle. Bye bye.